Volodenyr Zelenskyy visits the White House, and talks of diplomacy came up. Watch this.
Good. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are not strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring people, you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems?
What?
Bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no
answering on
position
this
to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
this.
what
I'm not
You're
dictating.
in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're
will-
going to feel very
you will
good.
feel influenced.
We're going to feel very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you,
strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the
bad
very
position,
beginning
and he
of the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a
Brown,
good position.
I
You don't
was
have
in
the cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards. But
cards.
right now, you
I'm
don't.
very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're
I'm
gambling
the
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people.
You think-
You're gambling with World War
What do you-
III.
what do you
You're
speak about?
gambling with
What do you
World
speak
War
about?
III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's
with
back
all
to you.
respect to you.
Far more than a lot of people said
very
they
respect.
should have.
Have you said thank you once? This
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire
today.
meeting, have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States
what
of
are you speaking
America
about?
and the president who's trying to save your country.
Illuminati is a thing you need to watch out for. They want to depopulate and slave us so much more. World domination, I'll get into that later. I'm hardcore, fierce and sexy. You're just a hater. You deserve the ridicule because you're an absolute zero. I'm the keeper of the chalice, a rock and roll hero. I'm not an idiot nobody listens to, because I'm not a failure in life like you. Let's talk about Bill Gates and the mark of the beast and the orgies in the streets at the Catholic feasts and Bill and Hillary's human trafficking ring. And George Soros got the money to pay for everything. Socialism is for losers, working for the devil. Chumps that can't fight, they ain't on my level. It takes an evil one to try to debunk and doubt it, so I'd rather die than stop talking about it. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out for the Illuminati. Watch out for the Illuminati.
The grifter folder. The grifter folder. The grifter folder. If ever there was something called the grifter folder, Vladimir Zelenskyy would be the cover of said folder. And, yeah, there he is again with his hand out, but coming to a different president with his hand out. Greeted by the president and vice president in a different light. Because, let me put it to you this way. As the late, great William Cooper once said, and he was right in saying so, when you receive a benefit from a benefactor, that benefactor then has the right to dictate the manner in which you use that benefit. And so, Vladimir Zelenskyy, if you want U.S. dollars, if you want U.S. ammunition, if you want any sort of even words of advice or encouragement, it has to be done on the terms of the U.S. And the person in charge of the U.S. now happens to be the man I voted for, Donald Trump, and his vice president, J.D. Vance. And they pretty much spelled it out to him. You obviously don't want peace if you want the U.S. to continue to be involved with what you're doing there, whatever it is going on between you and Russia. And Vladimir Putin, call him what you will, call him the monster that he is or isn't or whatever, but he's at least looking out or trying to look like he's looking out for the best interest of Russia. Now, even if he's in it for himself, he still doesn't want to screw up his image with his people because that could mean a revolt. So he wants to constantly look like a strong leader that's looking out for the best interest of Russia, whether it's genuine or if it's for selfish reasons and he just wants to look like that. Either way, he doesn't want this war to go on any more than any sound-minded individual. But to Vladimir Zelenskyy, president of Ukraine, it is his hustle. It is his grift. So there he is with his hand out, asking for help, but demanding how he gets the help from the people he's begging from for the help. And make it make sense? Anybody? It doesn't make sense at all. Don't even try it, because he's over there talking about the consequences to the United States if the United States doesn't help them win this war. It's not about winning or losing a war. It's about stopping the war, ending the bleeding, ending the death and carnage and violence, and work towards healing and rebuilding. And I don't know, maybe Zelenskyy doesn't get it, or he does and he's still trying to deflect so that he could put some more money in his pockets. There's some nightclubs in parts of Ukraine where they're living very well, they're partying hardy, and it's not war-torn in that area of Ukraine where these clubs are being built. And it's said that these nightclubs are being funded by U.S. tax dollars. I don't know if this is true or not, but I've seen some of the footage of the clubs themselves. They look pretty swanky, if you ask me. And if this is a country that needs our money that badly, they don't look like they're doing too bad in certain towns of Ukraine. But meanwhile, there he is asking for money. And I'll say it again. I will quote William Cooper again. When you receive a benefit from a benefactor, that benefactor then has the right to dictate the manner in which you use that benefit. So you can't talk about consequence. You can't talk about, how bad it's going to be for us, how bad it's going to be for the United States, how bad it's going to be for Donald Trump and J.D. Vance for not cooperating with you and your country that you started. You provoked this war. You caused Putin to fire those first shots. You provoked him. And now you're saying there's going to be consequential to us in some way, shape, or form, in a negative light, if we don't help you your way. If anybody were to receive my help, they receive my help my way, because I'm the one holding the power of said help that they're looking for. And that's the way it's always been. That's the laws of nature. That is the laws of Almighty God, good God and holy heaven up above, which man did not create. One for whom the world needs to start respecting a little bit more. And on to the I Say, this concludes this episode of the MC Tutorial Show. I hope I said something meaningful to you when you learned a little something this afternoon. Respect God, watch out for the Illuminati, watch out for grifters and hustlers. Stay strong, keep kicking that slang. It's your boy in the building, hip-hop legend, recording engineer, underground rock and roll hero, MC Tutorial. Now you be good.